does. Not only aesthetics. Okay. But I mean, it's a lot of psychologists are saying don't do it. Don't circumcise your children.
And the tribe that did it got it.
Well, okay. Look, they're eating pork now. Okay.
It's a social thing.
They're eating pork now. Eating pork now. Okay.
It's a social thing.
They're eating pork now. Eating pork now. Okay.
It's a social thing.
They're eating pork now. Leave the foreskin alone, okay? You're eating pork. Well, you're looking at the Old Testament. Why did they circumcise? Was because it was healthier, it was cleaner?
Back in those days,
Right, exactly. So why is it's a religious tradition? I'm saying it's a religious tradition. For those of us here that claim to be anti-religious, it's a ridiculous proposition.
Educated bowler's land. I'm going to give you the opportunity to make some cash. Every week, I'm going to give you, when we get to the bowling alley, I'm going to tell you who's going to win the Monday night game. And who's going to cover the spread or not cover the spread, yeah, like that. I'll give you the opportunity to make the money. And you'll see it on Thursday, and it'll be too late.
You can imagine like at the Last Supper. You can imagine like at the Last Supper when Christ was telling the, or you're going to betray me, all right? But you, Thomas, I mean, what I'm going to do for you is I'm going to give you the World Series winners for the next 20 years.
No, we ought to find out a way to it's too bad that I can't convey.
And I'm going to circumcise you.
It's like, let's do the email thing. I'll say if anybody emails me at, what is it? What's our...
Educated Bowlers.
Educated Bowlers, all one word?
Yep.
Educatedbowlers@yahoo.com.
Yeah, but how do you spell it?
Email me on Sunday or Monday. I'll give you the winning pick for this year. So far this year, I've picked New England in the first week, and they crushed. And I picked Philadelphia tonight, and they crushed. I'm 2-0.
You give people like advice about their love lives too, don't you?
No.
I think we should solicit.
Don't believe it.
Maybe Vicey could do that.
Email us with your relationship questions. We'd be happy to try to answer them.
It's so sad that you keep bringing that up.
This is the first time I brought it up, but I wanted love letters before.
And if
nobody
more
sent
people
them,
would
so
email
I'm trying
multiple
something
times, it would
else.
make us think that
I could have a directory of people who watch the show.
We'll send you our
They can
newsletter.
talk to one another. You know, like
sure
after
they
the show, they'll call one another and be like, "What did you think?"
have an internet chat room about educated
They're
bowlers.
writing alternate scripts, it's the
we
sort of
definitely
thing that
could
just
use more input.
We can even like
Want
send
to be
people
on the show, just show up.
We might even like send you like an uncut version of one of our episodes. If
You
I'm
know,
glad you didn't say uncut when Lupe was here.
Don't get him started on circumcision.
It's better than Billy Bob Thornton.
this radical theory on trauma, psychological trauma. Well, I mean, if you think that causes trauma, what about when they have to rip the anus open to get it started? Doesn't that cause trauma?
What, stick your uncircumcised dick in there or what?
I think Lupe's trying to get to something.
It's a fact. I mean, it's a... There's enough empirical data to support that the trauma to children. Also, every surgery that's played upon the body remembers whether you're under.
I hear those. I mean, I've read that you could
Sure, but like when you're coming out of the womb and they're cutting the cord and they're like, like slapping you and it's like, that's a
my
violent
boy
thing.
told me because I used a stone tool that I made to cut the umbilical cord.
When you were born?
No, when he was born.
Oh.
I wouldn't do it to
I was
myself.
gonna say, because you're not gonna make it in the womb.
Could you imagine, like a Native American culture, baby's born and they're sitting around, the guy's looking at the knife going, hey, I know, let's cut the fucking foreskin off our baby's dick,
guy
you know?
wasn't anywhere around.
I don't think it's even crossed
Groups
their
around
mind,
the world
you know?
did some crazy stuff. Australian Aborigines took the main,
They also
urethra and
politicized
split it right down the middle
that
because that's what kangaroos' penis looks like. And it's also...
They try to make their dicks look like kangaroo dicks?
Yeah, and anthropologists will say that it was also a
That's a weird
population
fetish.
control method. and that you're not nearly going to get as much sperm up the vagina if you have a dick that's splayed open. And so
I agree with
also
that. Somehow I agree with that, no matter if there's evidence or not.
I support that.
I don't need it. I don't need it. I disagree
I
with
can
that.
picture why that would be true.
But I mean,
Also, I
and we
think
know
it's
How
a
does
way
it,
of
but you know, you
keeping
guys are
women,
only
you know,
thinking of men, yeah.
yeah, but okay, but look at women. But when you have African cultures and other Aboriginal cultures that clitoricize women, I mean that we know that's wrong. So why don't we look at
are not good things.
clitoris?
I'll just I don't care
my
about
God.
cultural relativism or whatever.
Have you ever
You
lived with a woman
you
without
cannot
a clitoris?
deny a woman sexual pleasure.
Oh, genital mutilation, are you against that too?
Well, that's basically what.
Is that, are you against genital
Tilly, you're just Tilly is such a radical. Next thing you're telling us, you're not into hangings and shit.
That's basically what circumcision is. I mean, it was done for more sanitary reasons in biblical times. It became a religious practice, just like not eating pork was a religious practice.
Circumcision baby's hair, the first year of life. That's ridiculous.
The only reason Tim is resistant to this because he don't want his son to come to him 18 years later, you know,
Leave my kids out.
doing like symbolic things of going, you mutilated me.
There's so many kids
The
in
unkindest.
You get circumcised, you're just ready to be a porn star. You're ready for a great deal of pleasure. There's no problem. It's
You just
just
gotta-
a beautiful, beautiful thing.
Joe, you just got to find a person that's willing to peel it back for that extra inch, you know, all right? I mean, it's not that.
Extra inch.
It's a religious practice, so how can you buy into it?
There's just extra skin. It's
Are you
not
religious?
extra
I didn't know you were so religious. No, why do you buy in? I mean, if you're
Isn't it
into,
obvious?
I mean, if you're into the sort of, if you understand the sort of ridiculousness about religious practices
I don't
or
think it's
superstitions,
for religion.
yeah, well, it was.
Maybe it was.
I think it was founded
Yeah,
on
because
religion.
I think we to frustrate both inspectors and outside intelligence efforts. His regime has diverted funds from the UN Oil for Food program, funds intended to help feed starving Iraqi civilians, to fund his weapons of mass destruction.
It's a circumcision.
Okay.
Marriage is a pretty
penis.
recent thing.
When a
I mean, it's
penis-
not an institutional
Yeah.
thing.
Hanging down.
Marriage in a legal kind of
And
sense.
it's
But I'm
a
talking about people
circumcised
hooking up
penis
for a long
hanging down.
Because the monarch, I mean, the people in power never allowed their peasant. I mean, they would pick
Whereas-
the marriages.
And people
And
were
I'm
just
breeding.
together.
Right.
It's terrible.
The institution wasn't until the 18th, 19th century.
More or less anonymous
You in
situations.
particular, circumcised peni, you know, since you were,
P9.
I'm sure, a very young boy.
And I'm glad I have
And,
been.
you know, aren't you just conditioned to see it as something
I
normal?
think we need some female points of view. We should ask if some females what they
Females,
they-
I'll tell you, the females I've talked to talk about the uncircumcised penises as like just sick monsters.
I might be taking it.
Anteaters.
Anti.
Don't you put that anteater in my face, sucker.
Yeah. No anteater.
No anteater.
It's like the
No anteater.
No anteater.
it's like the
I don't know. I think that
It just goes to show how deeply ingrained, you know, Judeo-Christian culture is,
You know, that's our natural
or
commodity. And-
philosophy is in our culture. Because even those of us that don't buy into some of the bullshit, we still
Well, maybe
accept
we
some,
shouldn't-
most of the
maybe we
practices.
shouldn't
We
cut-
say, why? Give me a reason why today, why circumcision.
maybe we shouldn't cut the umbilical cord either.
No,
Circumcised with a skull.
well, is there a rule on human? Even most doctors will agree
I think
that
it'd
there's no
still
reason
be,
for
you know, that
circumcision.
level of
Unless you're living in the fucking desert, you're not going to use water. And,
No, they'd agree that it's not necessary, but
I
they
think
wouldn't
if
agree
you go
that
back, if you want to
it's
do all
not.
your
Because something isn't necessary doesn't
that
mean
was
it's
when
not
you
better
wanted to
than
do, then you should
the
do
other
it.
option.
because they're also ingrained in the
But then you have to
Judeo-Christian
have to be, you know,
culture.
not something cool like
There's
when
nothing Judeo-Christian whatsoever about it anymore. It has no.
They were in a
It's not a Muslim practice. It's not a Buddhist practice. I mean, there are more Buddhists
But
than there are
becomes
Christians.
like,
They
for
don't
instance,
circumcise.
For instance, if it
They
became
all
a
their
Christian
religion.
thing to start to mow your lawn, if that was what created the genesis of the whole thing, something can outgrow its origin and become
a secular
its own
thing.
And that's what circumcision has done. It's simply
It
its
still
own thing.
carries
It's
some of the
American
baggage,
now.
though. It still has.
Yeah.
It is now safe to resume play. The referee just made that.
$20 exactly. Huh, that's weird.
She's not bringing more alcohol? Okay.
Alcohol. That's for open up a can.
You'd like it what?
Circumcision cool with you tomorrow, right? You got $5? Are you back tomorrow morning?
I think I got 3, Joe. I just put in 5.
Like 5. That's right, 5. So you put in too much last year. Who's your favorite diva?
Bette Midler.
That's a tough one. I mean, there's Star Jones, there's Bette Midler.
Of the teeny bopper singers.
I don't know, maybe Christina Aguilera, maybe Britney.
Who's your favorite? We were talking about Lady
Barbra
Margaret. Who's your
Streisand.
favorite of those 4?
Of who? Of those 4?
Barbra
Oh yeah,
Streisand.
Pink probably. Pink's pretty cool.
She's the most interesting.
Yeah, she's got a good album too. Misunderstood, yeah. Or Misunderstood.
It's a great title.
Yeah, it's good. Good album actually. Good pop album.
I like that one song. She really misunderstood.
Oh, you know.
Yeah. Oh, dog, it seems like a lame-ass night for taping.
Yeah. Oh well. We can have a lame. We can have a lame ass show.
Another one?
Well, no, this would be like our first one. Maybe.
You need the.
I don't care if we have a lame show. It doesn't matter. It's a chronicle.
It's the wrong environment here.
Yeah.
Not the Eagles. Not like contained enough. You need to be in like contained space, and then you need to have like clear like discussion. What we've been doing is like been a funny show because it's like all 4 of us talking at the same time,
Yeah.
and Tim kind of just.
What's that?
Different though.
What? Oh, moving it around. Yeah.
Jacking
I
the
think-
horse off.
I think we need Kelly.
We needed
Tom Green. We need some circumcision here. I think,
So
I'm
tell
gonna, I
your-
think I'm gonna go out and get circumcised now just so I can be like the rest of you fucking skinless wieners.
So
I've never heard anything like that.
something about him fucking a intern like in his office, and there's a chimpanzee in the corner or something, jacking off.
It was very early.
Something like that.
Here, let's turn the camera around on you, Mr. Babe.
Jesse. Fuck you.
You don't like Jersey? You don't like Jersey?
Tim, you've changed so much since high school. When you used to just go to high school and come home, do your homework. You've truly changed. But my question to everyone is, what do you think is the most unimportant type of people in the world, like vocation-wise? Most unimportant thing, vocation. Unimportant.
Telemarketers.
The actors on Friends.
Well, there's a question between, are you merely unimportant, I mean, and you're just like contributing nothing to society, are you actively fucking society up? So that's why I like telemarketers, they're actively fucking with us. Who else is fucking with us? Who else is fucking with us?
I'd say probably like fishing guys or something.
Vicey.
Whether they really matter in the big scheme of things.
Fishing guy? They're good for
Vicey's like a testing agent. He kind of,
What the hell good are they? I mean, they just get fish.
carries the plagues with him.
fishing's good. I would
I've been
survive by
I'm
sea
just
or-
saying.
Cool. I mean, that's a pretty useless job.
It's coming. What's the next? What's the next?
What about circumcision doctors?
Circumcision? You guys.
He's gonna start killing circumcision doctors. Killing circumcision doctors. Blowing
to
up
the streets,
that fucking
biatch.
hospital.
I'll be like the sling blade of the circumcision doctor. You circumcising that boy? Taters.
That's some of them
Right,
fried
tater.
fried taters.
What's a fried
We
tater?
used to call it a Kaiser blade.
Kaiser blade.
Kaiser blades.
They talk about
Spicy.
Some people call it.
I was circumcised when I was a boy, right, Tim?
I don't think Carl
Once
would
again,
use the word
The
circumcised.
man of this year, this season, is
Penicide.
Really was like just gonna appear in one episode.
Most unimportant.
Start beating the shit out of us.
Location.
That'd be like the best episode. It'd be worth it to get beat up. We should get some. Wouldn't that be great if Billy